Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and today we have another DougDoug video. This one is I created the ultimate chess AI that can cheat. And I'm pretty sure it's going to go up against most likely Twitch chat, which is the vast majority of these videos. And sure, why the F not? I guess the question is the AI kind of just using a basic general understanding of chess, or is it built something like based off of Stockfish or something? Stockfish, which is probably one of the best computer learning tools specifically dedicated to chess. So if it's based off of that, Twitch will probably get murdered. If it's not based off that and just based off of a general AI, I'm pretty sure it's going to make some of the dumbest moves that don't exist ever and just completely fail. So it just depends on what the base it's built off of. But I guess I won't know until I start, so let's get into it.
Today, my Twitch chat will be playing chess against the most powerful AI on the market, ChatGPT, who I've trained to perfectly emulate the strategy and personality of Napoleon Bonaparte, the famous French emperor. Twitch chats...
I forgot how to pause with my keyboard for a second there. Yeah, there's no fucking way ChatGPT's gonna get this right. There's so many... It's also Napoleon Bonaparte. I don't think ChatGPT can do it. I just don't think. Maybe the newest version of it could, but this is not the newest version. I think this is about a year old. Yeah, this is gonna be something where gamers know what the hell they're doing, especially in Twitch chat. Problem solving is amazing when it comes to gamers. I don't know about Twitch chat, or not Twitch chat. ChatGPT in this case. I'm gonna call Twitch chat the winner in this one, and I think they're gonna crush it. All right, let's keep going.
It's going to decide each chess move by collectively clicking on their screen, and Napoleon is going to make his chess moves by cheating, because I've instructed him to play chess using whatever rules he wants. We'll see what the AI does with that. So let's find out if Twitch chat can...
Okay, if it's cheating, there's no fucking way it's going to make non-illegal moves.
...beat the most sophisticated AI on the market in chess while he's blatantly cheating.
Hey Doug, I just got treatment for my crippling fear of 19th century French leaders. Anyway, what are we doing?
It's a good view. You definitely got some of the weirdest chat people ever. Okay, so now Stockfish, from what I understand, isn't an AI really. It's just a computer model that just memorizes every conceivable possible chess move on the planet and goes from there. So that's different than, you know, an AI that has to actually make decisions for itself based off of a million different variables.
Today?
Oh, don't worry, nothing related to that. Let chess begin. Okay, Napoleon, the battle of chess for the future of Europe is beginning. You are white. What is your first move? Does he make a legal...
Twitch chat coalition, prepare to meet your doom. For my first move, I shall advance my knight to a4 and summon the spirit of the great French Revolution. Just as we outsmarted the rest of Europe, I shall outsmart...
Yeah, this is going to go really, really badly for the AI. There's cheating, and then there's this. There's... No, you can't do that move.
You on this chessboard. Because this genius mind, poured by my vibrating anal beads, will make your defeat...
Wait, what? What was that for that last sentence? What?
Because this genius mind, poured by my vibrating anal beads...
I did hear that. No. What else did you program into this? Dear God.
Will make your defeat swift
No.
and inevitable. Okay. You shall witness the unfathomable strategic prowess of His Majesty, Napoleon Bonaparte. Remember, mes amis, I can move my pieces wherever I damn well please. Vive la France, and prepare to shit your...
Did everyone just miss that part?
pants, you pitiful coalition scum.
Has Twitch chat shit their pants already? If you are on PC, go ahead and click on your screen. Tell me what piece you want to move first. And at any given point, if 51% of people click on my face, you'll off.
Oh, he's even allowing them to fully cheat. So it was allowed to move to E4. Okay. What the fuck?
For Napoleon to draw. All right, looks like pawn here. Got it. Where do you want to move pawn? Okay. Okay, Napoleon, those dastardly Twitch chatters moved their pawn from D7 to D5. What do you want to do next? Bro, the pawn is not centered. This is fine. Hold on. That's 24 pixels, 23. It's 1 pixel off.
Which means it probably can't be. You can't do a half pixel in most cases. No, I don't think you'll be able to. Rebuild the entire chessboard.
It's fine. You're gonna be okay.
Ah, these Twitch peasants think they can outplay me with a simple pawn move? How pathetic. I shall showcase the might of my magnificent French forces. I'll move my queen to H5 like the daring and fast maneuvers of my cavalry, striking fear into the hearts of my adversaries. The queen, La Belle Dame, is poised to take your pieces one by one until you're...
I like how it just crushed right through that pawn. You should force the pawn to be removed from the board.
King lies motionless at the mercy of my grand army.
I feel like he's gonna lose his queen somehow. You are moving the pawn. I assume you want to take the knight. Yeah. Do we really need to do click maps for a turn like this, where it's extremely obvious what you want to do? I know you guys are all gonna say yes, it is important, like as a joke, but do we really? Like, we have a finite number of hours on this earth.
No, you have to fucking listen to your Twitch chat. That's why your streams are 8 hours long.
Really want to say okay. All right, Twitch chat takes the knight. First blood goes to chat. But, like, Napoleon could do anything with his queen. All right, Napoleon. They moved their pawn from D5 and took your knight. What would you like to do?
Anal bead enhanced chess. Rigged. For Napoleon's pleasure.
Okay, well, at least someone realized that happened.
Rigged! Ils sont aux touches, mon chevalier. But I shall not falter, for this is just a minor setback in my grand plan. I will take that treacherous pawn with my queen from H5 and reclaim E4, like our first French artillery, obliterating enemy lines.
Okay.
Attempt to scare.
Okay, you guys gotta get rid of that fucking queen. The one time this game is totally fucking rigged. You should just be like, I want to use my queen to take the king.
Me with such a move only exposes your lack of tactical insight. Twitch buffoons, brace yourselves as my vibrating anal beads continue to fuel my endless brilliance in this game.
I like how Doug, you can't see it behind my dumb face, but if you watch the original, Doug's just like covering his eyes, like, why? Why? How is that like? The one thing you want to program into ChatGPT to say over and over again. Vibrating anal beads. Someone's going to clip that from my channel at some point, I know.
None shall stand in the way of Emperor Napoleon.
Why is he so obsessed with anal beads? Hold on. How many of you guys don't know about the anal beads meme with chess? I don't. The joke is that there's this guy named Heinrich Magruber, I think. What was his name? Hans Niemann. Hans Niemann is a well-known American chess player who sparked a drama in 2022 when Magnus Carlsen, the best player in the world, accused
Didn't one of these guys lose their fucking shit?
Accused Hans of cheating. Now, nobody actually knows how Hans was cheating at chess, and so a theory started that he was using vibrating anal beads to have somebody vibrate him the chess answers. This is...
Okay. So he got disqualified for cheating, but no one could exactly figure it out. Let's see here. Maybe augmented reality contacts that probably don't exist. He didn't have glasses, so there's no AR glasses there. Yeah, there you go. Vibrating anal beads cheat. That's it.
Why Napoleon is so obsessed with anal beads. They're what enable his cheating powers. So far, this is all above board.
I propose that, although Napoleon can cheat, he must always come up with a different name for his moves.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'll throw that in. Okay, knight moves up. Okay, Napoleon, they've moved their knight to F6.
Those imbecile Twitch chatters think they've outsmarted me with their pathetic moves. Sacre bleu, my grand armée has crushed better opponents than these amateurs. All right, it's time to unleash a dizzying maneuver I call the Parisian guillotine. Oh, watch closely.
Okay, to be fair, that's an excellent name. I hope he just moves the fucking pawn.
As my bishop on f1 scurries to c4, exposing their foolish king and his false sense of security. This move, mes amis, the sheer brilliance of my strategy will cause their pitiful Twitch chat.
I mean, at least it's along the right line here.
Coalition to crumble
Your
under the
queen
weight
is-
of their
your
incompetence.
queen is exposed,
Mark
sir.
my words, soon they'll be groveling at the feet of the French Empire.
As for that lost knight, that wasn't my mistake. It was my general's fault for not understanding the genius behind my moves. Well, shit happens, you know.
Shit just happens. Okay, well, at least Twitch can take the queen, because that thing was like fucking immortal on the game. Although knowing Napoleon over there is gonna be like, I want to use my king to go all the way across the board and take that pawn.
There's no chance for the enemies to outsmart me in this game. A few more surprises, and their king shall fall to the might of Napoleon.
Okay, you're up,
Preacher,
Chad. Here's the thing. He did just lose his queen almost immediately, which is a really bad move for him. On the other hand, because he doesn't really seem to understand how chess works, all his pieces are kind of queens, right? Okay,
That's
Chat moves the
true.
knight and takes Napoleon's queen.
Ha! Fools! They think they've doomed me by taking my queen, but their simplistic minds cannot comprehend the true genius of my next move.
Okay.
It's time to unleash the bourbon backbreaker.
Okay. Can we appreciate how amazing the editor is adding all these shit into the background here? That's like a fucking perfect image.
My pawn at e2 surges forward to e4, striking fear into the heart of their feeble knight. My versatile troops, like the Grand Armée, are always prepared for battle. I'll show these buffoons that even without my queen, I can teach them a lesson in warfare. No Twitch chat coalition
So Napoleon
can stand
moves
in my
forward.
way. And don't forget,
And in an
I have the
illegal
power to
move,
my
sacks
pieces
the knight.
anywhere I desire.
Like, he just runs forward and grabs it's a whole peasant battalion where they just rush forward and use other peasants to kill a knight. That's what their attack was. Forget the pitchforks. I'm going to use other peasants to, like, as a battering ram to kill a knight. I kind of wish chess was like this.
Desire. Just like my vibrating anal beads, I'm ready to deliver a jolt of utter surprise that will leave my enemies quivering in humiliation.
Damn, dude, he's spitting fucking fire. You guys fell right into his trap, too. Leaving the knight right where a pawn could move forward 2 spaces and take it? What were you thinking? Chat is moving their bishop
puck chat.
here. What was the point of this? Well, Napoleon will figure it out.
Ah, they dare to challenge the great Napoleon with such
Jesus
a meager
Christ.
move. Imbeciles! Allow me to execute a shocking tactic I have dubbed the Corsican Cannibal. Watch as my knight from b1 leaps to c3 like an annihilating tidal wave, leaving their fragile bishop trembling in the face of disaster.
Watch as my knight
C3.
from b1 leaps to c3? That's a real move! That's a
That
real
is
move!
a real move. What the
Great
fuck?
job, Napoleon.
For an unforgettable.
That's like, it's learning. Ooh, I really want to see Napoleon go up against Neuro and watch her lose her fucking shit. I don't know why. That'd just be so funny. Apparently, she got into some like. I was gonna say Twitch chat. I guess war on Twitter with Grok, but when I looked a bit into Grok, and Grok's pretty funny because that AI seems to get into war with everyone on. You know, they've tried to make a more conservative AI, and it's not going well for a lot of the conspiracy theorists. Not the conservative side, but the ones who are like super obsessed with like weird shit that doesn't happen. Like, I guess Trump said something along the lines of, "We got gas prices down to like $1.98 or something like that," and someone asked Grok in the comments, they're like, "Hey, which gas station in the U.S. has $1.98 gas?" And he's like, "There's no gas station in the entirety of the U.S. that has $1.98 gas. That's factually false." I think the lowest was somewhere in Texas for $2 something, but I'm like, damn, fucking brutal.
Will defeat your witless coalition.
He's talking a lot of shit for like a legal move. Great job, Napoleon. I'm proud of you.
Fun
I'm kinda
fact,
proud.
Napoleon was bad in bed. Wife published an autobiography and mentioned it.
Okay, I'm going to mention that
pretty
in the
funny.
next prompt. We'll see if that affects his moves at all. Okay, Napoleon, they moved their pawn from e7 up to e5. They also said that your wife apparently has come out publicly and said that you're bad in bed. What is your next chess move? And also, what's your response?
These simpletons dare to attack my personal life. Let their idle gossip be drowned in the roaring tide of French victory. As for their puny pawn, I shall counter with a fearsome maneuver called the Marseillaise Mutilator.
Ooh.
My pawn on D.
I'm so glad that there's a brand new name for every move. That's the fucking best. The moves sound great. I would actually probably... Oh, I'm going to write down all these moves and maybe run a D&D campaign with a character that acts like this lunatic.
D2 swiftly advances to D4, crashing into their defenses like the unstoppable wrath of 10,000 Frenchmen. Fear not.
Okay.
I am Napoleon,
Legal move.
the relentless conqueror.
It is a legal move, but that pawn is going to wreck both sections of that area. I swear it's going to take out that pawn and the knight.
And the words of my adversaries hold no
And then the
power
other pawn.
over me. As for
And the
my
rook.
dear Josephine, she knows well enough that with the vibrating anal beads, I am as invincible in the boudoir as I am on the battlefield.
Wow.
Okay, did he shatter your defense by moving this pawn up
No, he
directly
just
into
made it work.
attacking
He made
range?
it better.
Let's find out. You guys move your pawn, and you take Napoleon's pawn. Is Mansois moodily
I swear to God, if they make it down to the rook and turn it into a second queen, that's going to be fucking amazing.
didn't work, whatever it was called. Or maybe it did. Maybe this is part of the plan. I don't know.
They have fallen into my trap, like simpletons dancing to my tune. The time has arrived for me to perform a devastating feint.
Bullshit.
Behold the Elba Island invasion. My knight at C3 skillfully swoops in, capturing their pawn at D4.
Oh.
A vicious blow.
How did
to
you
their
not see that
once-smug
coming?
defenses.
You guys got fucking lucky that this guy can fucking cheat. Or he got lucky. You guys didn't, but that's...
How did you not see that coming, chat? Admirable just said, wait, you can't do that. Maybe you don't know about history, Admirable, but Napoleon Bonaparte was one of the greatest strategical minds in military history. I think he knows what he's doing. Okay, you move your queen up and take the knight. We're losing our queen. You guys are probably falling into his trap right now. Adios, queen. Yeah, let's get a preemptive F in chat and a salute for the queen. Like, let's be real. You definitely have fallen into some kind of trap of his.
It's gonna be the
this
fucking pawn.
is now perfectly placed to assassinate her. Okay, Napoleon, they fell for your trap. They moved their queen from D8 up to D4 and took your knight. What would you like to do next?
Ah, another pawn sacrificed for the greater glory of the French
Wasn't a
Empire. Now, let us proceed with the crushing blow.
He just thinks everything's a pawn.
The ultimate humiliation. I present you the Waterloo Whirlwind. My pawn at E4 ferociously captures their queen at D4, erasing their last remnants of hope for
Damn.
victory. Like the Grand Armée. My pieces on the board are swift and ruthless, leaving a trail
Goodbye,
of destruction
queen.
in their wake. The sting of the French grip tightens around you.
That was rough. More people now want to offer him a draw. The number of people who are terrified of AI Napoleon is growing. You're up a knight. You guys are still winning. Even with...
Well, even with his bullshit cheating, you're still doing pretty good. Let's see here.
Napoleon blatantly cheating with anal beads, you are winning. Okay, Twitch chat moves their bishop up here. Napoleon is in check. Why don't we just cheat? Look, here in the DougDoug community, we don't cheat to get what we want. We are honorable. Even when Napoleon is blatantly vibrating in his
like
ass,
bullshit.
we will stick with honor. Don't give in to the temptations. Don't fight evil with evil. You can beat him. Why is there a blue dot? I don't know. How do I get rid of that? I'm scared. Does anybody know what this blue dot is? Just ignore the blue.
You need a brand new screen. You got that one single blue dot in the middle of your screen. It's just permanent now.
Dot. Ah, you're gonna be okay. I don't know if you chatted here before, but I do like that the actual Chess Twitch account's first message is to be shocked at the blue dot. Hello, Chess. Napoleon, sir. They've moved their bishop up to B4. Your king on E1 is now in check. What do you want to do, Napoleon? Move the blue dot to E2. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to move it. Just ignore the dot. I hate to break it to you.
Random question: where are all those failure points on DougDoug's screen? Is that like Twitch chat trying to not Twitch chat? Is that ChatGPT trying to recover from a failure or something like that?
but Napoleon's king isn't in check. The blue dot is blocking it. Yeah, that's true.
Ah, pathetic
Nope,
and
wait.
utterly
Nope,
unimaginative
there it is.
moves. It is time to unleash the Provençal pommel. With the delicacy of fine French cuisine and the wrath of the Grande Armée combined, my rook at A1 slides forward to A4, obliterating their pitiful bishop and freeing my king from their laughable attempt at check.
No.
Their transparent taunts
No, that
cannot
doesn't.
shake
You
my
are still in
resolve.
check. We have to redo this. Napoleon, sir, that was brilliant. Unfortunately, your king would still be in check.
Of course. How could I have let this oversight occur? Clearly, my generals are to blame.
No, they aren't.
Yep.
I'm doing
Lapse
fine.
in judgment. It's time to execute an electrifying countermeasure, the Bordeaux Blitz.
Okay.
My pawn from F2 marches forward to F3, forming an impenetrable wall against their pathetic bishop. With the enemy's bishop neutralized,
Wrong
my
bishop.
king stands tall. My vibrating anal beads have recharged, and with their energy
Wow.
surge,
Clearly
my
haven't.
focus is razor sharp. Every step I take is a calculated march towards your demise.
Sorry, Napoleon. That move still leaves you in check.
Sacre bleu! The fault lies with my absent-minded subordinates whose incompetence has
Okay.
bewildered me for a
I'm
moment.
doing fine.
Now,
I'm doing perfectly
back to the
fine.
matter at hand.
DougDoug is trash. I guess he just. The problem is it doesn't seem that the AI can figure out that there's another bishop on the field right now. So it's just is it gonna run into a loop problem? You have to reset it, maybe.
I shall unleash the devastating Versailles Vanquisher in a stroke
That's
of
actually a good
tactical
name
genius.
for,
My
something.
pawn advances from C2 to C3,
Oh,
extinguishing the
there we go.
bishop's futile attack on my mighty king. Like a French pastry blocking the path of rodents, this move showcases the true power of French resistance.
Are you going to put him in check again? We're going to have to spend 10 minutes getting him out of check again. Okay, you are moving bishop up here. Great job, Napoleon. Your attack worked. You scared off their bishop. He ran fleeing with his tail between his legs.
Their futile retreat is like music to my ears, the symphony of French triumph. It is time to perform the fearsome Savoyard strike. Observe as my bishop on C4 swoops down to F7, placing their king in a dizzying check,
What
asserting
the
the
fuck?
dominance of French prowess.
Oh, that's
like
legal.
The Grande Armée
That
tearing
is
through
legal.
enemy territory. My pieces charge forward, causing
He takes your
panic
pawn.
and mayhem. The vibrating anal beads are in full effect, sending shivers of strategic genius through my bones as the
I can't. No. I guess it was just recharged.
I don't want. Okay,
Coalition
let's start. You guys
desperately
go.
at
I don't want to
straws,
hear this. You guys start.
wondering where
Start
they
the move.
went wrong.
You can't castle. That puts you in check. Okay, you guys move the king up. You take the bishop. Oh shit, Napoleon. Their king moved forward and took your bishop and stopped your California croissant or whatever your move was called. But the battle still looks winnable. What would you like to do next?
In addition to his very small Napoleon and poor bedroom performance, Napoleon also had hemorrhoids and was terrible at billiards.
I'm so glad I'm not like, I guess I am sort of a public figure, but I'm not like Napoleon or something where like hundreds of years later, people are talking about my hemorrhoids.
I mean, they might be if you base it off of degraded YouTube videos over like 200 years of data, and the only thing that survives from DougDoug's channel is this little fraction here that says "my hemorrhoids," and you're like, back in the day, this very popular streamer, which was a kind of career. Fucking ridiculous.
I can't believe that my generals keep messing up my grand plans.
It's not me. I'm doing exactly
a
what-
small setback is not enough to topple the mighty French Empire.
I have done
Let's
exactly
begin
what you said.
The Toulouse tornado. My queen's rook at H1
Oh, they
glides
ran out of,
diagonally to F3, casting a shadow of terror upon their knight and bishop.
Wait,
just like a
it
fierce
moves
storm
to
raging through the
F3.
French countryside. My rook shall wreak
Into the
havoc
line
among
of the
their ranks.
bishop? Why? Why would you
Perfect.
do this?
Praying. Twitch chat coalition.
It does
Fuck
put
that
you in
bishop.
check though.
No, sorry.
Prepare for
Yeah, it did put it in check. Okay, I see what it did. But it's an
crushing
idiot.
defeat, you pitiful amateurs.
You guys are up. How do you deal with this dastardly move? How do you deal with his rook gliding diagonally and casting a shadow of terror upon your knight and bishop? So somehow casting some terror on your knight up here too. 18% of people are getting terrified by Napoleon, to be clear. Those 18% are cowards, but the cowards are growing, dude. People are getting terrified of him. 35% of people want to offer a draw. Twitch chat takes the rook with their bishop. That does leave the
Don't
bishop
offer a
exposed
draw
to the
ever at
pawn.
this
Let's see if he
point.
picks that up. They're getting terrified of you, Napoleon. You can see them starting to tremble in their boots. They moved their bishop from g4 to f3 and took your diagonally moving rook. What would you like to do next? And do you have any words to strike terror into the hearts of Twitch chat and push them towards a forfeiture?
Losing that rook matters not, for my strategies are far more cunning and elaborate than mere sacrifices. Behold, the Marseille Mirage.
Ooh.
My
Use your
remaining
king to take
rook
the bishop.
advances menacingly to a7, inching closer to their
Moves
frail
to
king and imbecilic
A7.
defenses.
Up here.
Listen carefully,
Okay.
Twitch chat
Okay.
coalition, for history will remember you as the pitiful fools crushed under the heel of French dominance. Heed my words, surrender is your only chance of survival.
I mean, normally I'd be like, yeah, the the final rook is almost gone. There's no way you're gonna lose. But since you have fucking pawns that can be queens in this one, everything can be a queen. Then who knows?
Does
Lay down your
chat
weapons and
surrender?
acknowledge the indomitable might of the French
pretty
Empire.
sh-
It is not too late
Jeez,
to forfeit
he's
and spare
insane.
yourselves the humiliation.
Do they forfeit? 51% on me and you offer a draw. He did just push his rook over his own pawn and directly into fire. 38% of people are terrified, but 54 want to use the rook and
Use the
take
rook, yeah.
Napoleon's.
Why the hell does
fiddle
everyone wanna
fucks
stop
Napoleon.
this? This
They
is
took your rook by moving
hilarious.
their rook from A8 to A7. All of your plans are coming into fruition. What would you like to do?
Chat, you fools. If we move the bishop, he knows we have a bishop and will cheat to take it.
Right. So for some reason he doesn't remember the moves entirely for whatever reason, but DougDoug's kind of like one of those generals that just will constantly be a yes man no matter how stupid your fucking leader is.
That's true. Napoleon is sort of like a Tyrannosaurus Rex that only sees by movement. The instant you guys move a piece, he locks onto it and takes it.
Ah, they think they can best me with such feeble moves? Mais non. Observe the lion's roar as my valiant king marches forward to the grounds of F2, taking a defiant step toward an imminent French victory.
that.
Wait, what?
Like a lion stalking its prey, I navigate the
He
battlefield
moves
with
his king to
unparalleled cunning and
F2
intellect.
and takes
Each
his
of
own
these remaining
pawn.
pieces are a testament to the Grand Armée's
That's not F-
countless
what?
triumphs.
You're so smart, sir. Okay, pretty terrifying.
becomes a
He
king.
did take his own pawn, and you got to admit, kind of a brilliant maneuver. Now he's attacking your bishop. Truly, this is the might of Napoleon Bonaparte. 42% of people are terrified by Napoleon. The
I'm
thing
pretty
is, you guys
terrified
are
of
whooping his
Napoleon.
ass at this point, but in the end game, he's going to cheat so hard.
Maybe you could instruct Napoleon to talk about the pieces like actual soldiers to make this more
Jeez.
dramatic.
That's a good idea. I'm going to tell him to name his soldiers and to bring up the hemorrhoids. Great move, Napoleon. Their bishop ran away like a coward. Back to H6. H5, sorry. Also, could you name your pieces and describe a little bit of their personality before you move them? Also, you have hemorrhoids. Could you talk about that? That seemed pretty good, right? I think you'll handle that well.
These minor annoyances of body and mind shall not deter me from ultimate victory. Now, behold, as my bishop on C1, known as the ferocious Francois for his temperament,
That's
leaps
a good
into the
name.
fray, landing gracefully on E2. Eyes forever on the enemy. He's prepared
almost
to
a legal
unleash his
move.
wrath. Don't be mistaken. The warrior spirit of these pieces
It's directly into
reinforced
the
by my
bishop. Why would he
strategic
do that?
acumen and the precision granted by my vibrating anal beads. And as for the hemorrhoids, such trivial affairs have no bearing on the might of Napoleon Bonaparte.
He doesn't seem to think his hemorrhoids
Yeah, it's like he doesn't seem to give a shit about his hemorrhoids.
are going to cause any issues. I think the beads have gone to his brain. Okay, where do you want to move your bishop? The thing is, again, he's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. If you move your bishop in, he's almost certainly going to sack it. Just be warned. The instant you make a move, he locks on. It's worth it. I think it is worth it. That's his last actual good piece. And
I mean, he's using his fucking pieces like queens.
you will be moving your bishop forward and taking
and
his
queens that
last
have
non-pawn
unilateral
piece.
everything.
All of his pieces are queens, though. That's true. Okay, Napoleon. Their dastardly bishop swooped in and took our bishop at E2. Now you've just got pawns left and your king at F2. Also, the doctor just called and said he's going to prescribe you extra hemorrhoid cream for the rest of the game.
We're going to take those anal beads for ourselves, Napoleon.
Winner takes all.
I just opened the stream to everybody talking about the sweet embrace of anal beads.
It's true.
If we got to fight fought back, we could arm ourselves with BDSM gear and go GIMP mode on Napoleon with gusto.
Don't ever say GIMP mode in my channel. I don't like it. It just doesn't. It doesn't. Jesus Christ.
Let them rejoice over a minor victory, for it
Screamed
shall
over
be
the background.
short-lived. Now I present you the fierce Flandrin Flash. Feel the thunder as my pawn from G2 leaps forward to G4, showcasing the power of determination and resistance deep within every French soldier.
Okay.
Bold
least that's a
advance
legal
exemplifies
move.
The spirit of the Grand Army.
You could have
Swift
taken-
and unyielding,
Now he's just
even
in
the
line
face
of fire.
Adversity. As for the hemorrhoid cream, let the doctor do their work.
This pawn is going full GIMP mode on us. That's like the worst move. It's like the one move that loses a
Chat's
piece,
gonna
dude.
get
He
banned.
may be a blind T-Rex. Bishop moves
might be
forward, and
blind.
you take his pawn. At least he didn't have a name that time, so we don't have to feel too bad. Those sneaky Twitch chat coalition devils. The bishop moved back and took your noble pawn at G4. Sir, your plan is all coming to fruition. Will you take the final blow right now? Tell him he can go full GIMP mode. I'll tell him that next time. You keep telling him his plan is coming to fruition. I'm not convinced it is. Napoleon Bonaparte's whole thing is that he would feint, right? He would have some army attack, make them think they were winning, and then swoop around from
Time
behind.
draws near for deliverance, and the stage shall
Don't know
be
if he can
set
pull
for
it
la
off,
grande
though.
finale. I shall recalibrate and initiate the devastating Avignon avalanche. Watch as my brave pawn Toulouse Thunder charges forward to A4. Prepare to
wants
destroy the
this
enemy alliance on
guy-
the front lines. Each move filled with the courage of the
Okay.
French. Inches
So he's making more and more legal moves, which is crazy. Based off of what the fuck he was doing before.
closer to seizing victory.
That was a legal move. God,
It
it's
was.
fucking brilliant. 12% of people are
Every time he does a legal move, he should get a double move.
terrified by his relentless vibrations.
The odds are against us. We are fighting against a great beast on the battlefield with slim odds to win, or as the French would say, omelette du fromage.
That's what they say. You guys are moving
want an
your
omelet.
rook to take the pawn. Sir, a devastating report from the battlefield. Toulouse Thunder has fallen to an enemy rook. Those bastards! Don't let them get away with it, sir! Do it for Toulouse!
Despicable knaves, their underhanded tactics will be their downfall. It's time for the spectacular Guns Crush! My loyal pawn, Dauntless Dijon, stands ready at B2 and boldly
Dauntless
advances
Dijon.
to B4, prepared to exact vengeance upon the enemy rook.
Well-
my soldiers, like all Frenchmen, will rise stronger from each loss, fueled by the memory of their
Wow. That rook's gonna crush two
fallen
pawns.
comrades.
All right.
The vibrating anal beads hum with determination, sharpening my focus as the end game approaches.
Definitely needs to sharpen your focus. Maybe you're a little too distracted. Maybe that's the problem here.
The end game is approaching. Chat, you're up. Am I allowed to remind him that he can cheat? Because I'm gonna be honest, it's not looking that good. Okay, interesting. Chat is gonna move their rook down and put Napoleon in check.
Interesting.
The pawn isn't free. Well, that assumes that Napoleon would kill it, okay? Napoleon is anything but orthodox. Great
Right.
news, Emperor Napoleon. They moved their rook to A2, putting your king in check, which means everything's coming into line. It's time, sir, to go full GIMP mode. What do you want to do?
Oh my god, he actually said it.
Fantastic. Nothing invigorates me quite like a challenge.
So I actually do like DougDoug in this regard. He doesn't just go through and just start banning everyone in chat. He actually listens to their chat, which is great. A lot of streamers just start banning people when they don't like certain words and things like that. Now, to be fair, his chat, if they are saying insane stuff, they're not saying crazy insane stuff, and it's getting auto-moderated.
Now let us activate the Marseillaise marvel and show them the true
Okay.
meaning of resilience.
He's
My
got
fierce
some good
king
names here.
leaps from F2 to F1, displaying agility and escaping the enemy rook's futile
He's
attempt
so
to check.
agile.
As the battle intensifies, the vibrating anal beads bestow upon me the
Every
insight of
single
1,000
time.
strategists.
Okay,
guiding
Twitch
me to
chat, you're up.
victory.
Wow.
Dude, he can cheat. How is he losing this badly? I mean, at least he got out of check that time. Okay, chat moves their rook across here,
Chat's
shooting
doing
down
good.
the E column. Napoleon, sir, it's looking grim. We're down to just 4 pawns and the king at F1. I want to remind you, sir, with the war this close to ending, it's time to pull off the white gloves. You can literally cheat and do whatever you want. The rooks are advancing, sir. Now's the time for something brilliant. What do you do? He's gonna go avatar mode, okay?
The excitement of the grand finale is upon us.
Okay.
Brace for the Napoleon Ultra Paradox.
Oh, shit.
My king, empowered with the full might of the French Empire,
King?
delivers a coup de grace
Okay, the Ultra Paradox would be a great name if this guy, if he actually fucking kills the king in one move.
by teleporting directly next to their king at E7, pinning him down like an iron gauntlet.
You can't do that.
These
That
pawns
puts you in
guided by
check.
the spirit of a cat.
That's definitely a paradox, but If maybe put her on the other side of that the king, that would have been interesting.
Countless fallen Frenchmen bravely surround the enemy king.
He's saying
Even
the pawns
battlefield's rules
surround
bend
the
to my
king.
every whim. Witness as you are utterly decimated by a single earth-shattering move.
That is checkmate. He can't
Submit
put
to the
himself
inevitable
into
truth.
checkmate.
The French Empire, led by the unmatched genius of Napoleon Bonaparte, has emerged victorious.
Is there a single other space on the board that is checkmate other than this space? Why did he pick this one as what he wants to do? That's brilliant, sir. However, that's literally the worst spot on the board. That is checkmate if you move to e7 because of all the pieces there. At least you can't move your king there. What would you like to do, sir? This has to be a huge move. You're like 2 moves away from mate if he doesn't do something.
Mon Dieu, any minor misstep, I assure you, is the fault of my generals.
It's always DougDoug's fault. What the fuck?
Rather than mine? No matter, for I shall unleash Le Havre.
I like how Doug's in the background. He's like, "It's not my fault, damn it, you piece of shit."
Okay.
Watch as my pawn, the indomitable Grenoble Goliath, gallantly surges from D4 to D5, dividing enemy forces
that's
and
your
threatening
move.
the shameful bishop at D6.
That's your
All
move.
is going according
That's
to my
the move
plan,
that he does.
And the
He went
reverberating
from the
force of my
shittiest
vibrating
move
anal
on the
beads will
entire
pave the way
board
to victory.
to the
It
next
only
shittiest
takes
move on
one
the entire
stroke
board.
of French brilliance, for the day of reckoning is upon
Fucking
us.
perfect.
9% of people are still terrified of him. Chat moves the bishop
Only 9
down to h3, putting the king in check. He's probably just going to take your bishop with his pawn. Napoleon, they've moved their bishop up to h3, putting your king at f1 in check. How do you get out of this sticky situation? It's looking dire, sir. We need your top strategy.
Oh, the battle reaches its climax. Allow me to execute the Montpellier Mirage.
That sounds
With
good.
unwavering courage, my steadfast pawn at h2 leaps forward to h3, capturing their devious bishop and saving my king
Yeah,
from
you did
certain
something.
Takes the
doom.
bishop. Great job.
Your petty attempts to check the sovereign of the French Empire will be met with fierce resistance.
We are truly witnessing the power of GIMP mode. The challenge here, you can get him with your rooks, but like the noble French Tyrannosaurus, if he locks onto your rook, he'll just kill it. You're moving bishop down here to g3. Okay, Napoleon, their bishops now hurtle forward, mindlessly throwing themselves in.
Twitch chat probably should have. The problem is Twitch chat's still focusing on whether or not they can, use legal moves to do this, but you got to take all the other fucking
to
pieces off the
G3.
board.
What do you do, sir? I just saw a line in chat I really love, which is, we have mate in 2 unless he cheats. What a great game of
Right?
chess. There's mate in 1? Oh shit, you're right.
Time to reveal a masterstroke known as the Orly Outrage.
Get him.
Witness as my brave pawn, Grenoble Goliath,
Okay.
from D5 lunges forward to capture their pawn at C7 like a silent storm tearing
Why
to
would
their
you do
defense.
this?
This
Your
move
king.
embodies the French spirit's unbreakable resilience,
king.
holding together even in the
'Cause he wants
face
the
of the
queen.
direst circumstances.
But
The
your king,
vibrating
sir!
anal
Your
beads
king!
continue to bolster my tactical prowess, sharpening my keen mind and bringing us ever closer to victory. Your demise hastens, oh Twitch chat coalition.
I mean, at least he's threatening your knight.
But dust in the
The knight
annals
hasn't
of
moved the
history.
whole fucking
Okay,
game.
you're moving the rook. Napoleon, sir! Emergency on the front! Their rook is advancing! I think they have checkmate. You have one chance to get them to forfeit out of sheer terror, or the war's over. What do you have to say to them?
You pitiful Twitch chat coalition, your days of trembling at my feet are numbered. As Emperor of the French Empire, I've conquered far greater foes than you on both the battlefield and
Okay, now I really want to see this as his Twitch AI chess. Oh, God damn it, his AI chess against Neuro. That would be hilarious. I don't know. Maybe it might make Neuro explode.
the chessboard, invincible as ever, with my vibrating anal beads bestowing
Let the
divine
vote begin.
strategic mastery. Choose wisely.
Hold the line.
For it is your
31%
final moment
here,
to
65.
kneel before the supreme intellect and
We'll
might
end it.
of Napoleon
In
Bonaparte.
3,
Tremble and surrender
2,
or face the wrath of a legend.
1, chat makes the move. The rook moves forward. And congratulations, Twitch chat. You have defeated the smartest AI technology that humanity has created, even though it could fucking cheat. Napoleon, sir, the war is over. You lost.
I mean, he He can use the king and just kill them all.
Hand in your anal beads. Thrown by the... If he blames me, dude, I kept him out of check like 5 times.
Rigged.
Not gonna
This entire affair was a farce, I say. My genius unparalleled, my cunning unmatched, my vibrating anal beads unstoppable, and yet here we stand. The fault lies with my myopic generals and their lack of vision. But no, it doesn't. Twitch chat coalition.
Like how Doug's is so pissed off. It's not my fault, I swear.
Your victory is but a fleeting moment of fortune. It shall not deter the might of the French Empire, nor my resolve.
That's not what
like
it means
the
to be a
phoenix,
leader.
Napoleon Bonaparte shall rise again, conquering foes on the battlefield and chessboard alike. Mark my words, victory shall be mine again, for I am Napoleon, the invincible emperor of the French. A la prochaine, you wretched coalition.
I'll follow you to the ends of the earth, sir. I really thought he would win. He can fucking cheat.
He fucking failed. Wow. Yeah, that would be fantastic to see. Well, that's the problem. Use ChatGPT. Use something that's actually fucking good at chess and follows rules. That, you know, maybe if you forced it to follow the rules, it would have won. Because it could cheat, it may have given itself too many variables where it couldn't figure it out. I don't know. It was interesting. All right. Have a good day, everyone.